Is this thing set up? I hope so. Let's go.
I move a little bit more over here just so maybe we can get you a little better.
Thanks, pal.
Anytime. And we are back
And we're back.
with another Foodies and Chill. Been a while since we've done a Foodies and Chill.
Not all of us have to say, and we're back every time. Sorry.
That's very
We
true.
don't do it every... That's a whole lot.
I know we don't do it every time, but you looked at me like, you gotta say it.
Well, it was perfect setup for you.
I mean, yeah, it was, but...
Can't wait to cut this out. Anyway, we're back for another Foodies and Chill. Been a while since we've done that. We are here to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
So many white people driving by us right now.
It's fine. It's like Oconee.
Yeah.
It's the land of the whites.
Facts.
It's just a place.
It's the land of the whites.
It's just a place.
Check. Okay.
All right, bub.
Oh, look. Another white guy. Anyway. So, we watched... What was the movie? Like, over 2 hours long?
I don't know. I had to pee by the end of it, so probably about...
Over 2
hours.
hours. Okay, so you didn't know, it's the third Deadpool movie. It's Deadpool in the Marvel Universe. By the way, before I say anything else, spoilers. In case you're a moron.
Spoilers.
I feel like...
Wouldn't it be funny if there's a big graphic saying spoilers?
I don't think we have the budget for that. Anyway. Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine, spoiler reviews, starting right now. This really wasn't Deadpool in the Marvel Universe like they were saying it was.
Not at all. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I was a little let down. I think I put my expectations up too high. It felt like a lot of fan service without a lot of plot. Which I didn't like.
It was a lot of fan...
It was good, don't get me wrong, but...
I think it was a lot of fan service to movies that I've never even seen before.
Yes.
Like, I know that, what was her, Angelina Jolie? Is that who that was? She's Elektra?
I think so.
With the
Maybe.
daggers.
Unless...
I think that's Angelina Jolie, the actress. I've never seen her movie. So it didn't affect me at all that she was there.
When they introduced all those new characters, like when they got kidnapped, I had no clue what the fuck they were.
What characters?
Like the
She's talking
electric
about-
chick, the dude that you couldn't understand.
That was Gambit.
The only one that I knew was the girl, only because they explained it right before they did it. But
This was a very
No one.
nerd-crushy movie that...
fan service for the diehard nerds, the geeks.
I understood a good bit of it because...
Well, I did too.
I do a lot of comic stuff.
I mean, I understood a good bit of it, but it's like I haven't watched like the Wesley Snipes Blade. So him popping up didn't do anything other than I was like, oh, cool, Wesley Snipes is in the movie.
That was pretty cool, though, yeah.
It was cool, but it doesn't...
Because especially, like, a little jump ahead right here, but there's a joke that Wesley makes about there not being another Blade movie.
Okay.
Or there's not going to be another Blade. And there's, like, this ongoing thing where there is another movie about Blade who's starring Mahershala Ali, I think. Mahershala Ali. And it's, like, in development hell.
Okay.
So people don't know if it's coming out, and I think that was a little nod to that, which was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's not what I expected. I'm not gonna give my rating away, but
Yeah, don't save it. But I agree that I was let down. But I was let down for different reasons.
Yeah, I don't think the movie itself was bad. I think I built it up too much.
Bad.
I
No,
think
the
I
movie
built
wasn't
it up
bad.
too much in my head and had other people build it up too much for me.
It was a different movie.
Than what I was expecting.
It's kind of the same thing as Endgame, except I liked Endgame a lot more.
What do you mean it was
Like
Endgame?
Endgame was built up as like this big thing, like it was gonna end. Well, not end the Marvel, but like we didn't know. We were like, what's gonna happen? Everything is over.
Yeah.
What is gonna happen to these characters, to the original Avengers? And then we sat there and watched the movie, and it wasn't what I was expecting it to be, but I still really enjoyed it. And this movie came into it with expectations, wasn't met, and yet I didn't enjoy it. Unlike Endgame, where my expectations weren't met, and I did enjoy it. Now, that is not to say Deadpool and Wolverine is not a bad movie. There's a lot of jokes that I don't get, I'm not supposed to get.
Yeah, there's a lot that flew over my head. I laughed like 4 times.
Yes.
I was smiling throughout the whole thing.
I'm sure they're great jokes and they're quite witty, but like you really have to sit down and read them and then get the context behind them.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the jokes that they put in Deadpool movies. And I found myself laughing more at Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 than this one.
Yes. Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. Deadpool 1's definitely a better movie than this.
I agree.
Deadpool 2
I think
probably better?
I'm in the under I think I'm in the minority that I think Deadpool 2 is better
Than Deadpool 1?
than Deadpool 1. I'm pretty sure the majority of the Deadpool fans think Deadpool 1 is miles ahead of
I
it.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed Deadpool 2 quite a bit.
What about the
It was
version
actually
of
my first Deadpool movie.
The
What
second
about-
one?
Yeah, and then I watched Deadpool 1.
what about the version of Deadpool 2 that was made for children? You remember
I
that
haven't
one?
watched that.
Y'all remember that one? The Once Upon a Deadpool?
haven't
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
that.
bet y'all forget about that one, didn't y'all?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a version of Deadpool 2 that like cuts out a lot of the swearing and whatnot, and I think it's called Once Upon a Deadpool, and it's it has like 3 new minutes of new stuff.
Okay. But
It's kind of funny. It's like funny to know what it was made for.
yeah, Deadpool's very quippy. It's a lot of you got to know these references.
Yeah.
He's very pop culture-y.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
This
for
one
sure.
was very Marvel Comics, X-Men heavy.
Yeah.
And I haven't even seen all the X-Men movies that they were making jokes about.
True.
So I don't really. There was a lot I knew were jokes, but a lot that I couldn't laugh at because I didn't get the context of it.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of like sobbing about the whole X-Men universe. And to be honest, I didn't really care for it. So like, it didn't hit me as much as like it's probably gonna hit a lot of other fans of like those X-Men movies that came out.
Yeah.
Like the whole Hugh Jackman, like, you know, jerk off stuff that they were talking about. I mean, like, because they were showing off Wolverine as like this incredible character and all that, and it didn't hit me because, like, Iron Man or Captain America is way more to that to me because I've seen more of their movies than
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman Wolverine is.
Yeah.
And also the Deadpool, it was a lot of those kind of jokes, and if you don't know it,
It's just gonna fly for you.
yeah.
Like
But I
there
still
were some jokes that were like just surface level. Anybody can get it. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna work until he's 90. What's his name? Clark Kent cameo. As
Henry Cavill.
Henry
yeah.
Cavill.
The Cavalrine.
Again, like him.
Cavalry.
We're gonna treat you better. There's many jokes that anybody can
A
get.
lot of the
that have-
Deadpool crushing on Wolverine was funny.
Yeah, there's many jokes that people with basic superhero knowledge can
Yeah.
get.
I
But
agree.
there's so many that are like you gotta know shit.
And they're quick.
Sorry
too.
about cutting you off. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't even know what I was gonna say. But new thought.
Okay.
You know the character you couldn't understand?
Which one?
Gambit.
Oh,
the one with the
yeah,
cards.
yeah, yeah.
Who was he played by?
That's Channing Tatum.
Yes. Fun fact: Channing Tatum has wanted to play Gambit for
Tatum?
years.
So he's the same as like Ryan Reynolds wanting to play Deadpool.
Hmm. And he finally got a chance to in this one. I think he killed it. But honestly,
I
I'll
thought
say
the
it.
character was funny.
Gambit was a really good character in this movie, and I think we
Well-
should give him another chance. I think he killed his Cajun accent. Great Cajun accent. They made a joke about his
Well-
dialogue coach. It was. You listen to a person doing a Cajun accent. It was pretty good.
Yeah, but they did that joke a little too much.
I thought it was funny.
Every
I didn't
time.
understand shit.
I
not
understood
every
it.
time. But
Yeah, not every time. That's what I'm saying. They overdid it.
I only think I didn't understand like one or two lines. I understood most everything he said though.
Yeah.
I understood like half of what he said.
There was a lot of. I guess we're gonna stick on the humor for a second. There was a lot of like Deadpool reacting, and that wasn't necessarily funny to me.
I think they leaned too far into Deadpool fourth wall breaks. I'll say it. I don't
Okay.
think it was
How many times did he break the fourth wall?
a lot.
Well, how do you describe fourth wall breaking? Because there was a lot where he did it, but he didn't look at the camera.
Yeah, like when he addresses something outside of the main continuity or
Yeah.
outside of what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he mentioned the book, any of the movies.
Yeah.
When he mentioned any other timeline,
I'd put it 20 plus that he said something in fourth
definitely.
wall breaking.
I think the most on your nose one was like grab the camera and the sound.
Yeah,
guys
Yeah.
went.
and then
But
he
that was
literally
kinda
head
funny.
smashed
That
it.
one was
Yeah,
kind of that was
That's
kind of
funny.
funny because he was taking a dig at Fox.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Fox.
I love the 20th Fox Century sign in the void as
Yes.
well. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some nice shots at a different company. We love it.
And
Yeah.
Honda too.
Yeah, they took a lot of shots at Honda.
A lot of shots.
I-
Honda.
that
Honda
is-
got paid for that.
You know, that is one thing I heard before going into the movie is they mentioned Honda Odyssey a lot.
It's
I was
so
like, oh, do they have like a paid partnership with them?
They-
Are they
yes.
gonna like drive?
Yeah.
Are they gonna drive a
Yep.
Honda Odyssey throughout the whole movie to like promote it? And it was like, yes.
Yep.
But they made fun of it.
They also did a collab with Heinz for Heinz.
I do
mustard ketchup.
remember that.
Yes.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Saw the ad for it. It was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Also, I know we're drifting a little bit away from the comedy here,
Mhm.
and more about like the duo
Mm-hmm.
of like Wolverine and Deadpool. I don't think they built up Wolverine right. It feels like a lot was cut out there. Like he was meant to have more development in between the fireside chat with X-23 or Laura and him joining them at the end.
Yeah.
And it just felt like there was a lot missing there. Like there was a lot of missed moments in his
Yeah, he
like,
just
arc.
showed up. He just fucking stepped out of the minivan.
But also, like, before that, throughout the whole movie, I feel like there was a lot of, like, cut content that they just didn't have of, like, him growing as a character. More scenes dedicated to him.
Well, I think the whole point was that he's gonna say that he's gonna do the wrong thing, but at the end of the day, he is gonna do the right thing no matter what. So I think they felt that they didn't have to build his character because the whole plot was he's gonna be there.
Yeah, I feel like you need to watch the other movies to understand it.
Sure, yeah, I agree with that.
Because I'm pretty sure they were expecting you to be like, hey, you already know this character Wolverine from these other movies.
But that's what they're going in for.
Yeah. So
but
I'm sure.
I just haven't seen. I've seen the first X-Men movie.
Was it good?
I think that's it. It was so long ago. I think that's the only. I haven't even seen Logan, and I know they were like that was really emotional.
I've watched
and
part of Logan
and all that.
Oh, so you're gonna get completely spoiled for Logan if you watch this.
Logan dies at the end.
Shocker.
He gets stabbed by a tree.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
No, he gets chest fucked by a tree.
Yeah.
Stabbed in the chest by a tree.
But
womp womp.
Yeah. So the duo thing I thought was overall good.
It had high moments, and it also had like moments where it was just like, oh, why is this happening?
But like I said, we're not the overly gushy, nerdy type that's gonna fall in love with these
We're the
movies.
average human being watching this movie.
Yeah. And I think they didn't
It's a blue heron.
I think they didn't do the average fan enough.
So
they leaned too heavily in the nerds.
Which I kind of liked, because I kind of got half...
It's their choice. It's their movie.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think this was like Ryan Reynolds' like love letter
to
almost?
Hugh Jackman, because spoiler alert, he's still alive. So what does this mean?
He's getting up there in age, so
he's still,
and he doesn't want to do.
I kind of wanted them to kill both of them off. To be honest.
I was leaning. This was the only movie where I thought the death could have been permanent at the end, because I definitely feel like
I was hoping for it.
I thought they were gonna die.
I don't like when movies build it up and then they're like, oh, you're gonna be antimatter and matter and disintegrated to atoms, and then they.
Well, when they both joined in, I was like, oh, they're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, and then the excuse is, oh, because they're both really, really powerful. The antimatter is not strong enough.
Yeah.
Even though it killed like maybe the strongest character we've ever seen.
The Omega level mutant. I appreciated that reference.
Crushed her. Like, it exploded her, and she's definitely more powerful than Deadpool and Wolverine combined.
Yeah.
Also, I did like her character. I liked her character. She was very fun and playful.
She played a villain well.
She was very fun.
I hated her by the end of the film.
She was very good.
She was good as a role. Quite good.
Another Mr. Prince situation?
No, because this one's bald and I don't. She's not attractive.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we've talked about this. We gotta review Bullet Train.
We should go back
that should have been the 1 year anniversary thing.
I know we talked about
I guess second year.
Yeah.
Second year.
Actually, we could do it. I kind of want to watch the movie again. Anyway.
I've watched it like 4 times.
Anyway, this is not about Bullet Train.
This is about the other really funny movie.
So let's talk about story. Well, anything else about characters before we move on to story?
I don't know about really funny. Dude, they were cracking up in that movie theater. Like, the old white dude next to me who was like probably 250 pounds. He was cracking up. I'm not even joking. He was laughing at every joke. And I just stood there in silence and I was like...
The Johnny Storm bit was funny.
I thought that was
With
a
Chris
good
Evans?
reveal because everyone thought it was Captain America. Yeah.
I think that's what it was built up for.
But again, you got to know that he was Johnny Storm in that movie.
It's raining.
Is it?
Yeah. Hopefully it'll pass.
Yeah.
As long as it stays like that, we'll be good. Yeah. So,
what about that, though?
Oof.
If it gets a little bit harder, we'll stop. But,
Hey, I have
I
have an umbrella in my wheelchair.
It's right
Do you
there.
want to grab it and just like straight up?
It's right there.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You want to grab it and just straight up like fucking... Oh, hey.
Well, wait, it's gonna
I
move
told you it was right there. Yeah, it's
gonna move the mic.
We'll put it back over so it counterbalances it.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, the Chris Evans bit was really funny. That's one of the long-term bits I think played off really well. Because they kept alluding to Deadpool getting him killed.
The post-credit scene was funny. I thought that
and
was
then
a
I
funny
was like,
reveal that he went
let's
back and did that.
let's read the receipts, yo.
Yeah.
It's like
Also,
it's really funny.
All right, so let's go to story then. Why would Paradox tell Deadpool what he's doing?
No, yeah, that's another, like, it was like, so he was initially trying to coerce him into helping him, and then just straight up said, yeah, I'm gonna kill your galaxy super fucking fast.
Because they didn't really explain it. They didn't really explain it But I thought
They
that
didn't
they
explain
were.
a lot of things in this movie.
But I thought they were going to say that Paradox was just tricking Deadpool by getting him out of that universe because he knew Deadpool would be the one to actually fix it. So he tried to get him out of that universe so then he could kill it. But it didn't end up. It seems like there really was the TVA or whoever's in charge of Paradox really does have a better purpose for Deadpool. Or bigger purpose for Deadpool. And my question is, so was that Thor bit that was a joke? That's real, right? Like, that's really going to happen in, like, these next Avengers movies?
I couldn't tell you. We couldn't tell you.
Like,
Let
that's
it fucking rest.
Because that was literally, like, the Iron Man Peter Parker thing.
Yeah.
So I think it was probably just a callback to that, maybe. But we'll
Okay.
see in a few years when the next Avengers movie
will.
comes out.
But they were talking about how Deadpool has a bigger purpose in the future for the universe. But
Probably
they didn't.
because he's going to be the one to save Marvel if it's going to get saved at this point, let's be honest here.
No, it's not gonna save. It's not gonna get saved.
You think it's going to fizzle out?
So when I was younger, I never like saw the corniness in Marvel, but there were multiple times where they had immensely corny lines. The chick speaking Spanish as soon as she's about to deal the finishing blow. Also about that, her stance, like Wolverine's stance, just does not. It does not. Yeah, it doesn't.
It
hit.
is
It
weird
doesn't
like
hit
that.
as good.
But it's a
just-
comic book thing.
Yeah.
You know, they gotta serve the nerds.
Yeah, and then also like when she's talking with Wolverine by the fireside, just like he goes, "Oh, or something about, oh, you were always the wrong person."
Yeah, that didn't hit me at all.
That was,
I'm sure that was a Logan thing.
Yeah, I cringed when I heard that because you could just say nothing.
Like,
You
look,
don't-
Hugh Jackman
you could tell.
acted his ass off in that scene.
Yeah.
He really looked like a good actor, which he is, but it didn't affect me.
Yeah. But
And I think they lean
Little corny.
too hard into, like, the multiverse of
yeah,
people.
I'm not a fan of that.
And they
at
talked
this
about that
point,
even in the
to be
movie. They're
honest.
like, oh, it's over.
Which
Like,
it can't be.
it's not over. It's
Because
the whole
Robert
plot
Downey
of the...
Jr.'s Doomsday. Or
Do-
Doctor Doom.
He's Victor Von Doom, which I'm excited to see. I'll say it.
Bless you. Also,
I am
Thank you.
very curious to see how they're going to pull that off. Market, I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I don't know if he has the chops to do it. He's a great actor.
Very
Robert Downey
good.
Jr.
Oppenheimer.
A great actor. We've seen it.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if he has what it takes to pull off Victor Von. No one so far has done it. A good representation of Doom in a film that I've seen.
Well,
That
yeah,
wasn't
I
in
haven't
this
seen
movie.
many.
So,
he's goated.
yeah, he is.
He can fucking act.
Oh,
I think
no
as
doubt.
long as they keep the mask on. I mean, like, if they keep the mask on,
Is
no
that a
one will know
dream
that he was
reference?
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like, what
We
if
don't
they
talk
just
about
keep the
dreams.
mask on the whole time? What if he literally is just playing a different character?
Well, that's probably what he's going to do.
Probably. Which if that is the case, fine, because I don't want Falcon and Hulk and all them to go, Tony, and then it's that dumb bit where he goes, I'm Doom. You know, I don't want that.
Huh?
I just want him to be a character.
Yeah.
In the comics, he's a really cool character. There's when I saw about him being Doom, it made me go back and like I went on this rabbit hole on YouTube about Victor Von Doom, and there's a new comic about Doom, and one of the opening lines of the comic is an MF Doom lyric, and it hits so hard. It's really cool.
Nice.
It's like they're paying homage to. I don't know why I went on that little tangent, but it's just cool.
All right,
You should
well,
read the comic. It's the newest Doom comic.
back to Deadpool and Wolverine.
When did it get released?
Within like 3 months, I believe. 3 or 4 months.
All right, back to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep. It's a movie.
Anything else story-wise?
Story felt lacking.
Positive?
I'm not
Not
a fan
positive.
of like the whole going into like a pocket dimension.
The
I-
Void being a pocket dimension?
Yeah, it's
Or-
like the Quantumania with Ant-Man. Were they taking a jab at Ant-Man being in the Void? Because like
No, there
that
were
movie
two
did
different
shit.
spaces.
I think that was just a-
there were two different spaces there. The
Quantumania
Quantum
thing is
Zone
a
is
different
different than-
realm. It's a whole different thing.
I know, but the Void is as soon as you become irrelevant, correct?
Yeah. Well,
So were they?
but
taking,
technically
were-
no, because it's just if the TVA can just send you there.
Yeah, it's
So
just
it's
they
really
were
just
just making
the
a joke.
TVA's garbage.
Okay, so they were just saying, "Hey, our fucking movie did dog shit."
Yeah,
Okay,
I guess.
I thought that was kind of funny that they
Well-
introduced Ant-Man in the Void and that he was the main base.
Well, they made a bunch of jokes about how the Marvel Universe isn't doing as good as it used to be.
Yeah,
And that's why they brought in like Hugh Jackman and all that, which is technically
They're
true.
gonna work him till he's 90.
yeah.
But
But yeah, like Quantumania, I'm
No.
not a fan of
Anything-
the pocket dimension.
A lot of things after Endgame have just like
Yeah.
barreled down, which is sad because it used to be so good.
I
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
Holy shit, you guys said it at the same time.
I know.
I think that the Marvel Universe is a case study of when to let things go out.
I agree.
True, but they're making billions of dollars. Still.
Oh, so much money,
And
they're gonna make
so much money.
They could put out a movie of like just Iron Man staring at the screen like this, no reason. They'd make millions.
Yeah, $300 million.
And it could just be them going.
But I mean, like this Deadpool movie, like it's already made like $400 million already in like a week and a half of being out. I mean, it's making ridiculous money.
Yeah.
If they just keep doing this, it doesn't matter. They're just gonna keep doing it.
But you know how much more money they can make if it was just good?
I don't think so.
I don't think that would really affect.
Or you think they're just gonna make
making
shovelware
the same
now?
money. Now, I think Avengers movies are gonna make the same money. I think a Deadpool and Wolverine movie make the same money. But I think like an Ant-Man, like you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, no.
I liked Ant-Man's original movie.
But
it was a good movie.
I
Paul
do
Rudd's
too.
a good actor.
Yes, but no one is gonna go see a bad Marvel movie unless it's like one of those main titles.
Yeah.
Like nobody went and saw that Captain Marvel movie, and her first movie made $1 billion because it was off the back of Infinity War. Everyone was Marvel. We love Marvel. Now it's not that way. So now her movies can barely crack $400 million or whatever.
Yeah.
Sad, but true.
Yeah. So, I don't like how they kept Deadpool alive either.
Yeah.
But obviously
Not
he's
a
like an
fan.
Avengers thing coming up, obviously. But go ahead and put him in the Marvel Universe. What are we doing?
He's not even there yet.
I know, but just go ahead and do it. What are we doing?
This movie set up nothing.
No.
Except for bringing back Hugh Jackman. That's literally the
Hugh Jackman's now
only thing this movie did.
Hugh Jackman's...
God. Hey, keep your mouth shut about Hugh Jackman, boy.
I'm sorry.
That was me. Yeah, that was
It drizzled, and then it stopped, and then...
We just got the hardest thunder I've ever heard.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's try to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sure.
I just don't like how they kept him alive. I don't like that now Hugh Jackman's going to be an Avengers movie. Obviously, if they make an incredible Avengers movie, I'll take it all back.
I want a good Fantastic Four movie, honestly.
Sure.
And I think that might, I don't know what this Doomsday movie is going to be,
I don't know.
that Doom's going to be in, but that could be it.
I just don't like where they're going, because where they're going is, hey, every character that's still alive is about to be in these movies. And just give me a story.
Yes,
Give
I
me
want
something.
story.
Because
I agree.
Deadpool and Wolverine in the Avengers movie, while yes, it gets butts into seats, doesn't make you a better movie. I don't think it does.
I think...
They could prove me wrong, but I just don't think shoving in Deadpool and Wolverine into already so many characters, already no Avengers characters that we care about, to be honest. Like if Hulk was, the Hulk that we actually care about, maybe. Hawkeye, I don't know if he exists anymore.
That was a funny scene, though.
That was good.
Oh, this is where you fight Hulk.
Yeah.
that was actually a really cool callback to one of the first... It was one of the first times we ever got to see one of those big team ups or anything like that. It was in Wolverine and Hulk fall. It was one of the most anticipated things that ever happened in comics when it originally happened.
Cool.
Cool little comic.
Yeah, I think a lot of the Wolverine, like him going to find different Wolverines, was obviously comic book references. Had to have been. Because I've never seen any of that in movies.
The only one that I really maybe even kind of thought might have been a reference to a comic is the Wolverine Hulk one and maybe Old Man Logan, a different Old Man Logan, which is a whole comic book thing other than Logan, I think.
Okay.
It's it's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it here. It's where it's
So,
about Storm.
one more thing, and then we'll go to our ratings. I wasn't the biggest fan of the action. I'm not a big fan of going slow motion constantly. I'm not a big fan of action scenes just go slow motion. That action set piece. While I didn't like the fact that they were just fighting hundreds of Deadpools, I liked the way it was shot. I liked the way it was framed. I liked the action. It was very fast paced. You could see all of it. Because when they were using, those Gambit and Elektra and all of them.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yes, but it was all slow motion, and the Deadpool and Wolverine fights were all slow motion. I'm just not the biggest
car fight scene.
Yeah. I'm just not the biggest slow motion guy when it comes to action. Just give me action.
Yeah.
Have the camera moving, all that.
You weren't a fan when they were jumping through the portal slow motion either?
No, too much slow motion. Do y'all not agree, or y'all not?
I think that
part was okay.
That part was fine with the slow motion. I'll take the opposite stance. I enjoyed a lot of the fighting in this movie. I think those were the high points of the movie. Other than the Deadpool
I like
one.
the action.
The Deadpool one got a little oversaturated with Deadpool. Too much red.
I like the action. I just don't like the way it was shot.
I had no problem with it. I thought it was good. It was those were the parts of the movie where I was like, okay, nothing's happening. Turn my brain off. Enjoy the funny. Enjoy the fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's nothing but fighting. You're gonna get fighting.
Mm.
Do you want to take a small recess and come back to final ratings?
No, we got 5 minutes. We can knock this out.
All right.
Final ratings time.
Do you not have any final thoughts to say before?
I feel like I've said everything.
All right.
Yeah.
So it sounded kind of negative in our reviews.
Yeah.
What is the numbers?
6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I enjoyed it more than I disliked it, but there were multiple times throughout the movie that I was kind of bored, and also there felt like kind of weird, I guess, reasonings, especially with the whole paradox thing.
Mm-hmm.
Him like,
yeah, why wasn't it just Owen Wilson?
But yeah,
probably something with Loki season 2.
I guess.
Yeah. So 6.5 out of 10. Enjoyed it, but not nearly as much as I thought I would have, because I've heard great things about this movie.
I just don't think it was made for us, the average fan.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I liked it more than I disliked it, so like 5.5. A 5.5.
Okay.
I liked it more than I disliked it. I liked a lot of a lot of his quips I kind of enjoyed. I liked like the oh my god, when he was talking to Wolverine. I kind of liked that dynamic between them a lot of times.
Yeah.
So yeah, a 5.5, but if it wasn't funny, I would be very worried at what my review was. And I don't think it was as funny as people say it is. But I don't think if some of those jokes didn't land for me, I think it'd be like a 4 or
No,
a
I
3.
agree. I agree.
Yeah. I think I went into this movie expecting too much exposition and like a little bit less of the jokes because I thought like, oh, it's Marvel, it's gonna be different.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. I feel like it leaned too far into kind of like Thor: Love and Thunder, but to a lesser extent.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it a 6.8, almost a 7, very close to a 7. The action saved it, and I understood a little bit more of the jokes I think than they did.
Mm-hmm.
If I had turned my brain off in the movie sooner, I think I would have liked it more. But I was very critical of some of the parts of the movie where it's like, oh, why didn't X and X happen? Or, oh, I don't like how this character developed. Or didn't show that development, like I said earlier. But 6.8,
yeah,
so close to a 7.
Yeah, if you're not worried about reviewing this film, you could definitely turn your brain off a lot quicker, and we probably would have enjoyed it more. But I was thinking the whole time, like, oh, well, I don't need to remember that for the review. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Oh, what was that thing that we were both like, it was something that they said. It was near the beginning of the movie. I was like pointing it out to you. It was something that was just a quick said and done. It was blurry. It was something that was happening blurry.
Where was it at?
It was near the 1/4 into the movie.
Well, no, I mean like what scene or whatever.
I can't remember. I cannot remember.
Who said it?
I think Deadpool said it.
It was a quip?
I can't remember. Sucks. It was a catch and you'll miss it moment. I forgot what it was though. I guess I missed it.
All right. Well,
we
got 2 minutes.
Any final thoughts?
6.5 out of 10.
5.5.
6.8.
I do recommend seeing this movie.
Yes, see it. It's funny.
Check it out if you like it. Cool.
It's for the Marvel fan. It's for the diehard.
It's for the X-Men fan too.
Oh, it's for the X-Men fan.
For the comic book fan.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes, but it's worth a watch even the normal. It's better than the schlop that I think that Marvel's been doing recently.
I don't think.
I haven't watched any recent Marvel films, so I don't know.
From what I've seen recently, I think it was better than Multiverse of Madness. I think that's my most recent benchmark. And I think it's better than that.
Who was Multiverse of Madness?
Doctor Strange.
Oh, Doctor Strange, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have watched that.
And it's better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
It's definitely better than Thor:
By
Love
far.
and That was a bad movie.
By far.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Quantumania was better than Thor: Love and Thunder. Anyway, this is our review of Deadpool and Wolverine, aka / kind of shitting on
Deadpool
recent
and
Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope to see you on the next Foodies and Chill or any other Foodies videos out there.
Bye.
Bye.
Am I right? Up or upside down?